språklig nå.
Dear colleagues, we are here to change libraries to cope with the digital age. And the vision I'm supposed to present is more a kind of statement on where we are. And it's a kind of summing up what we heard yesterday as a starting point to the digging deeper that will be the result of this morning's work and this afternoon's work. So I think that in the process of moving from the old traditional libraries to the new library of the digital age, we need a lot of summing up and lining up where we are and what we agree on and what we are aiming at. It's actually a very complex process. Build bridges over the digital gap, that is the most important message I have. And I'm focusing only on the e-inclusion project. We clearly recognize a new media landscape and a new cultural behavior among our fellow citizens. The Internet, Google, Wikipedia, all the new, very successful services do not yet replace the library, that's for sure. E-readers and digitization has created a hype right now, and I believe that the experience with hypes is that on the short run we overestimate them, and in the long run we underestimate them. So maybe we'll see a hype in a couple of years and the e-book going down, but coming up for sure to stay, and that will be the decisive factor in changing the traditional libraries completely. So we are moving into a situation where media and information are everywhere, and they solve the traditional need for access to information, which was the mission of the traditional libraries. Consumption of information is enormous, we heard yesterday, superficial, fragmented, surfing is a normal way. Maybe there's a little light here. Do we need some more qualified access? We share a vision on the new library. The library will enrich people's lives. It will stick to the idea of equal access as a basic democratic right and a prerequisite for enlightened citizens. That is very, very classical, and we stick to it. The new library is everywhere where citizens are. It's on sites and it's online. And everywhere it facilitates. And that's my bit on another word than access, because access is everywhere. But what we need is facilitating the process of having access to information and making it into knowledge. The library will still offer quality if it has a role. The library place will stay as the attractive place for learning, for inspiration, dialogue, and experience for everybody. A place for meeting, the arena for the democratic society maybe, a public square with a new significance, supporting the knowledge to cope better with life. We aim at a European policy for the new library at the moment. There could be at least 3 elements in it that we could agree on. That we want to integrate the library services into the daily lives of people. Developing services supporting the society's agenda. If we have to go on, we really have to make clear that the society benefits from us. Buzzwords at the moment is lifelong learning, innovation, coherency, inclusion. And of course, traditional cultural activities, as we know them, is part of this, but only part of it. There's also an element in the new policy that we have not just to give an offer for everyone, and not just saying everybody are welcome to come here and get access to Shakespeare, Goethe, Einstein, and whatever, Steins. The new role of libraries is rather clear, I think. It's the open and informal space. It's helping people to help themselves. It's a third place, free and open to all. It's supporting and partnering with cultural activities, education, and training activities in more formal frames. It is keywords like experiencing, learning, meeting, relaxing. The library as a citizen's arena in the community, the manifestation and representation of welfare society. I believe that the symbolic value of the library is still enormous. So there's a shift of paradigm. And it's already here because more and more digital services are available everywhere on a 24/7 basis. Easy self-service transactions and more relational, interactive, dialogue-based services are here. Do it yourself, wait or forget it. It's becoming more and more clear in more libraries. And innovation is actually becoming user-oriented. We see a variety of services taking its starting point in an analysis of the needs of people. Media and information are everywhere and free. And as I said, changing the library's mission into delivering more complex learning and community-building activities and creating another kind of partnerships. I believe that in the future we will see less and less libraries as individual institutions, but as services in greater contexts. Individualized services are required along with offers supporting coherent society. I see a very clear trend that our societies in the Western world are becoming more and more fragmented. It's the post-modern trauma. We have our groups with friends on Facebook. We create communities with people that are like us. And at the same time, there is an enormous political will to create kind of a national identity. Two different trends, we probably have to support both of them. Libraries try hard to cope with new conditions, to design services meeting obvious needs and supporting the lives of citizens, following the national agendas. And the agenda for most European societies are based on the same conditions. We are facing the globalization and the need for new types of production and jobs instead of the old traditional industrial jobs that are moving away. We see that everywhere learning, education, research are the most important factors and buzzwords boosting innovation. Activities to support the building of identity and modern citizenship, the fighting of fragmentation and social tension, fighting tension between ethnic and other groups. It's the same to a various degree in all European countries. Thank you.